Okay. Quite a few things to address here. Trying to remember all the questions that you had or things that you talked about. Um, well, first, I want to point out that with this one here, with the new guy, the 16th note version, I think you're being way too hard on yourself in that video because you kept saying things were staccato. I didn't hear that. Like, it sounded perfectly fine to me. Like, when you were doing everything, I think sometimes the vibrato may have made it a bit more challenging than it needed to be. So, you may have wanted, I think at one point you did stop that when you were getting frustrated at the end. Um, but yeah, it sounded fine. It didn't sound like this. This is what I mean by if it sounds staccato. That's like, I didn't hear that from you. So I don't know, maybe you felt it was like that, but it sounded good to me. So hopefully that makes you feel better about the performance there. It sounded good to me. I didn't think it sounded like a staccato thing at all. Like you were okay. Swear all you want. I don't care. I don't care. That's fine. Like I understand. I'll do the same thing. You're really trying, busting your butt. Sometimes it just comes out. It just comes out. So that's okay. And yeah, your setup's totally fine. Totally fine. Seeing the guitar, what I need to when you're playing. That is the most important thing. So you're okay. Um, so yeah, I mean, unfortunately, we do have just bad days. It happens to everybody. Now, I don't know if it was the workout. I think you said the previous day you had a really heavy workout. I mean, I guess it could have affected you. I don't know, what you trained, but if it was that systemically fatiguing, like your nervous system was just shot because you kicked your butt too bad, it could have had an effect for sure. Um, but I don't know. It's possible. Maybe. I suppose that's something to keep track of. Like if you have a similar kind of workout, and then your guitar playing is really suffering the next day, you might be onto something there. That being said, we can take advantage of some of your, better days. So, like I mentioned, okay, with the eighth note legato last time, we had a speed thing to think about. Well, we can do the same thing here. So I don't think we'll have any trouble or any real risk of you chasing a number for the sake of the number, because you're definitely disciplined, which is great. And we do have a unique situation with you because of how advanced you actually are. So I'm going to basically, I don't need this thing up anymore. This was good. You're fine with it. All good. Because we got a couple other things we're going to do here. Very glad you were able to get that extra video in. That was great. Another thing, to save yourself some time in the videos, because you have shown me you know how to do the repetition stuff, you don't have to put that in the video anymore. So you get your max speed, say anything that you'd like maybe your thoughts on how things felt, so how it was throughout the week or whatever, things like that. And then you can just cut the camera and have a little bit less stress while you add in the repetitions, because I know it's stressful when you got to record these kinds of things. I feel it quite often when making these videos for you and everybody else, when I start goofing up at the end and I'm like, damn it, like I need to be able to play this thing. So, and then the more you goof up, the more pressure it builds, and it's like, ugh. So I get it. Yeah, just to build up, starting at the slow speed and working her up, that's perfectly fine. That's all we need on your videos there, plus any feedback you have. Feedback's always great. Because, yeah, you did great on the redoing the speed picking thing, which is why we absolutely have a more difficult one. You asked about doing the repeats on those days where you're just like completely frustrated and wonder if it has any benefit. So if it's that frustrating, maybe it's best to just end with one good take and then walk away and just give yourself the rest. So, because again, your situation is unique compared to most people that I work with. Most people I work with cannot do what you do right now. They are not at your level. So, if you feel like it's just a crap day and it ain't gonna go very well, and you are trying, and it's just like you're like the heck with this, that's okay. Just call it a day. End with a good take still. So even if it's like you're not able to get, maybe it's like it was the last practice session and it was supposed to be for the video thing. Just let me know what's going on, and then do your best to like get it done the next day possibly, because the time that you turned in the other video today, that would have been fine. I know things happen, but the whole deadline is there for people because, for one, I'm used to dealing with enough people being flaky with turning things in on time. So I want to make sure there's plenty of time to kind of have, like, if somebody turns something in like a few hours late, it's not the worst thing in the world. Because basically, yeah, the 8 p.m. is when I'm done teaching any day that I do teach. So that's why I ask people to get stuff turned in on whatever day it is by 8 p.m. the day before I plan on making the new material. If I do have time to make the new material, like say you turn it in, like, I don't know, 1 p.m. my time instead of the 8 p.m. If I got time, I'm absolutely going to watch your stuff, make the new thing, and send it over. This week, this was a busy, crazy, it was a tough week. So that's why it's coming over today. Which it worked out, though, because you turned your stuff in. So perfect. And you can also let me know, like, here's what I did. I want to, like, yeah, just tell me, like, this is kind of like what you did. Like, here's the video of the last practice session. It's not as good as I was throughout the week. So I'm going to send in another quick one tomorrow or whatever. So that's something you can do. Another thing you can do, you just basically at the same time that you did today was perfect. Another thing you can do is, for like this one right here, if you hit 180, make a video of playing to 180, send that over. And then maybe just kind of keep going from there, see how much faster you can go. So far, I mean, it's only been a little bit, but so far you've definitely shown you know when things are good or not, for the most part. I say that because some of the stuff in the newest video of the picking thing, like, you nailed some stuff. I was like, yep, perfect. And you're like, no, I missed this or that. I'm like, what? Like, no, you didn't. And then one time you did miss a note, and then you went up in speed. So, but it was barely noticeable. It was like one of those last 16th notes before you change the strings that was missed, which is the most common thing to miss in these sorts of things. But overall, you're doing great. So that's another thing to think about there. So now you mentioned, like, wanting to get to the 3-note per string stuff, like, that you presented with me, like, the whole, like, those kinds of things. So, yeah, we are working towards that, and I don't know how long it's going to take to get to where we're going to go with that, because you can just never know. We can only take these things in as many steps as it's going to take. I want to get you there as fast as possible, but I also want to make sure you got the right structure, right? Which is why you came to me. But if you got the time, maybe do 3 things a week instead of the 2. Because you're asking about, like, doing the hammer-ons. It's like, so the other reason why, because it was the 2 things that you wanted to do when you signed up, we're keeping with the 2 things. But if you can do a 3rd, you think that fits your schedule, we can definitely do that. I'm trying to think, was there anything else? if I forgot something, if you ask me something and I can't remember what it is, just let me know. Because I think that's everything. I don't know. Anyway, yes, 60 beats per minute for the new speed picking thing. So yeah, we got more ground to cover. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that was a lovely start. I missed the frickin' change. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got to be kidding me. See what I was mean about the pressure? Like, this is already 60 beats per minute. I've already made 2 mistakes. Now I'm having an off day. 1, 2, 3, 4. Goodness. 100. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. All right, 140. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, good time to point this out. How about this? When you go to play 180, just start recording right then and there. So record getting that 180 for the first time, and then just see how much faster you can go. 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four. Damn it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. There. I want 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four. Woo! Alright, that's enough of that. 180 for the repeats. So I always do the repeats on here just as a reminder. Hey, you gotta work up to this. 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. On to number 2. You know, let me make an adjustment on this actually. Let's do this for the next legato thing. We got triplets here again. I thought about going back to actually the first thing we did. I was like, no, I want to do something a little different. So every time you're doing the pull-offs, it's always on the high E string. So this way it's a little bit easier to focus on making sure everything is down in advance, since you're doing it, you know, pull-offs, basically those 3 notes twice in a row there. So after you do that, make sure you got all the fingers down. And yeah, so see how this goes for the week, and then we'll start changing strings like we were doing. So yeah, with number 1, the speed picking thing, 180. When you're about to start, you do your first 180 beat per minute try during practice, start recording the video then, and then see how much faster you can get. And if you don't get faster, that's okay. I just want to make sure you can get at least 180. So instead of waiting throughout the week and risk having another bad day, because they're going to happen, just take advantage of it right then and there. So for this one, 240. 240 is the number to start recording. And if you don't reach 240 before next week, that's okay. Just see where you get. But if you are about to start or attempt playing this at 240, just start recording right then and there. Take advantage of it. There's a good chance you're going to get it. And then see how much faster you can get. All right, number 2, starting at 60. And also, if it makes it easier for you to practice stuff, you know, to count off 4, go ahead and do that. I only count off 4 here, so this way you guys know when I'm going to start, so you can follow along or play along if you'd like. Of course, I got to make sure I don't make mistakes, which is another reason why there's pressure doing this stuff. But when I'm doing my own practice, I never count it off. I just go. Because I don't want to have to sit there and be like, okay, I got to count this off and then go. That's too much. I just go. All right, 60. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. That was like a really bad palm mute on accident for that last note. See, I am having an off day. Good Lord. 1, 2, 3, 4. my hand out of the way. Don't screw up the last note again. 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. The magic number 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 260. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 280. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 300. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, back to 240 for the repeats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Man, I was feeling that. God damn. So yeah, when you get to that last note for the repeats, do not let that thing ring out all 4 beats. Just hit that note, get back down to where you need to be in order to work on the most important part. Because we are not practicing holding out whole notes from the 17th fret and then jumping down to the 8th. That's not our focus. So that's why I just hit that. And I absolutely made that staccato because I wanted to be prepared to hit all the pull-offs once again at the appropriate time. Because that's the main thing for this. Good pull-offs. So yeah, don't worry about letting that final note ring out all 4 beats for the repeat. Okay, I think that covers everything. But if I missed any questions you had, let me know for sure, because I want to answer everything. Alright, but you're still kicking ass. For sure. Those numbers you showed in your log, those are huge jumps. Huge jumps. Fantastic. Great to see. Okay, I will see you again in your new videos.